Good Day Kansas continues with another Kansans Fueling Kansas segment, and today we are in Lyons and we are at Kansas Ethanol. We are joined today with Thane Combs. Thank you so much for your time today.
No problem.
All right, so tell me a little bit about Kansas Ethanol and what you all do here.
We are an ethanol plant that produces annually 80 million gallons a year of fuel-grade ethanol produced from grain, mainly corn, grown here in central Kansas.
So when corn comes to you, we visited not only a farmer and a trucking service that moves the corn, but the third step is actually coming to you here at one of the ethanol plants in Kansas. So what happens when it arrives?
Once the grain arrives on site, we weigh the trucks inbound to get a full weight. We test the quality of the grain before we unload it. They will then weigh out to get a weight so we know how much to pay those farmers. And then from there we will actually process that corn into a flour, where we will then send it through a cooking and a fermentation process where the ethanol is actually produced before we send it through our distillation process, separating it, making a motor grade fuel.
Okay, so there's a lot going on, obviously. Tell me a little bit about the people that power this plant.
We currently employ 60 employees. That's made up of administration, operations, and maintenance department. The plant runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And it's actually ran by 5 individuals on a 24-hour day basis.
Man, you guys are busy. And so about how much ethanol is produced here?
From a bushel of grain, we produce about 2.9 gallons of ethanol, approximately 16 pounds of distiller's grains, and 16 pounds of CO2.
And then where do you send that?
The ethanol that we produce here is actually sent to refiners and blenders in Kansas and Oklahoma, who process that into the gasoline stream, and then ends up at the fuel pumps.
Not only does ethanol come out of the grain, there are some other co-products as well.
Yes, we produce high quality distiller's grain both in a wet and a dry form. We produce corn oil that's actually sold into the feed markets. We produce CO2 that's actually sold into the food processing. And then part of our distiller's grains we further process here on site and actually make pelleted products for beef cattle.
One of 12 ethanol plants across the state. What makes you so special here?
What kind of makes us unique is we have diversified to have numerous co-products to add value back to our facility, but you're trying to extract the valuable portions of that kernel. So most people think of corn as just a grain, and we take that one kernel and create multiple beneficial products for the agricultural as well as the motor industries.
And I know that this happens to be in your family on a personal note, right?
Yes, I grew up several generations in agricultural base, whether it's livestock or crops, and feel proud that I can do my part to help this company, and we can do our part to help provide a motor fuel that's renewable, locally grown in Kansas, consumed, and just adding value back to agriculture.
Well, Thane, thank you so much for your time today. If you are interested in learning more about Kansas-made ethanol, please visit fueledbykansas.com. We have more Good Day Kansas. Stay tuned.